Hello, folks. I hope everything's going good. I'm just going over this week's assignment, which is going to be Remote Learning 10. Remote Learning 10 is pretty simple and straightforward, although it is a little bit out of the norm for us. Last night, there was a really interesting rocket launch that took place where SpaceX flew 4 NASA astronauts up to the International Space Station. What I want you to do is go through that video. There's a stream posted by SpaceX that I linked to here. You're going to go through that video. Let me pull it up first so I can reference it. You're going to pull up the stream. I want you to watch from the 4-hour and 19-minute mark to the 4-hour and 35-minute mark. Okay, so a little bit over 10 minutes of video. And I want you to answer the following questions: who were the astronauts on this flight? What was the framework that tips away from the rocket at about the 3-minute mark? What's the goal of this flight? Again, I already said it's to go to the International Space Station. What fuel do the rocket engines run on? Sometimes you'll hear it referred to as RP2 or RP1, but you also hear it referred to as its actual chemical name. What is maximum Q? At a certain point that the rocket actually passes through a zone of maximum Q, and they purposely slow down the rocket. I want you to try to listen in. A lot of times they'll talk about it and then explain what max Q is. At 1 minute after the rocket is taken off, how fast is it going? You'll see on the screen it talks about kilometers an hour. I want you to convert to miles per hour, so it's something that you can actually put in your own framework and understand. What does MVAC refer to? It'll talk a lot about starting the MVAC, chilling the MVAC, all this stuff about the MVAC. At one point, the announcer actually tells you what the MVAC is. At the 2-minute mark, or T+2, 2 minutes after takeoff, what is the speed the rocket is going? Again, convert to miles per hour. At what time does stage separation happen? Again, in order for us to put a rocket into orbit, it just doesn't really make sense for us to send one giant rocket all the way up. Instead, what we do is we send one rocket up. At a certain point, it breaks off. This comes back down to Earth and lands, and this continues into orbit. So look at what point does stage separation take place? Just give me a time. And then the last question here, at 4 minutes after takeoff, or T+4, what speed is the rocket going? Again, convert to miles per hour. So this isn't an activity that is too, too obviously connected to our class, but really I think it's of critical importance that we kind of think about this and we talk about this, because ultimately the people that are working on those rockets start off doing the same thing you guys are doing, right? Learning how to actually use this tape measure, learning what these numbers actually mean, and learning some of the processes it takes for us to convert raw materials into parts. Although you guys are kind of starting at ground zero or at the start with working on cutting boards and stuff, the concepts still apply. And the people that go on to work on these super insane construction projects got to start somewhere, right? You got to start with those foundational skills. So go through, watch the video. I think it's a really nice thing to do, and it's a really interesting thing to look at. It doesn't take too long, and just answer those questions for me. And have a good week, guys. Additionally, remote learnings. I've been on people's case to get caught up on some of the past remote learnings here. If you are still behind on any of those, please let me know that, hey, I'm turning some stuff in, or hey, Nobles, what do I have to do? I've gone through with everybody in Zoom and, read off what ones you're missing. I've updated the gradebook a number of times now. So check in, make sure you got what you need to get in. I'm very flexible about you guys, hey, Nobles, I didn't realize I was missing this. I'm very flexible in working with you and getting that turned in and getting this stuff completed, okay? So get to it, get completed with this Remote Learning 10, and have a wonderful week if I don't get a chance to talk to you.